Okay, once again, it is late and I'm in bed. And I thought to myself, should I really make a video now? And the answer is yes. I wanted to talk about the Course in Miracles, ACIM, and how this book came into my life, my journey with the Course in Miracles, how I found it. You know, my parents, or my mom and my stepdad, they always had the book Course in Miracles laying around on their bookshelves. When I was growing up, I would see it and I would, sometimes pick it up when I was a teenager and look at it. Maybe early 20s, actually. Teenager and early 20s, late teenager and early 20s, I would at times pick it up and open it up and read some of the words and feel a sense of fascination, but also feel like it was just a bit too complex. I was like, I don't get this text. This is weird. And so I would just close it. I would just read a few sentences and then close it. And I wouldn't really get it, or the words didn't hit me, you know what I mean? I didn't absorb it and feel it, the words. It was kind of like, okay, what was that? I don't know. Close the book. And then I had my near-death experience at age 24. And I had an experience where I saw and felt light within me, around me, everywhere. Warm, golden, glowing light, the most blissful. It was also the first time in my life that I felt pure, real, true love. And it was also the experience that completely changed my life, and everything has been different since that day. And so after that experience, there was something that happened where I did come across the book again. I forget how I came across the book. It's a really good question. It just somehow came into my life again. It's always been coming into my life. It's always been entering my life. I think there have been times even, after my near death, I was like, oh yeah, the Course in Miracles. I want that book. I knew I wanted the book. Even though I didn't really get it, but I wanted it. For some reason, I felt drawn to it. And I would get it, and I would read it a little, but then I just wouldn't read it. I wouldn't read it. I would have it. I literally ordered it from the internet, and I had the book. And I had an idea that I was going to read it, but I didn't. And then I would end up actually giving it away. I've had probably at least 4 or 5 or 6 copies of the Course in Miracles, the blue version, that I've given away because I just was noticing that I'm not reading this enough. I'm not, this needs to go to someone that's going to read it. And then somehow it just keeps coming back to me. But what has kept on happening is that I've always loved it. I've always felt drawn to it, especially after my near death. I've been like there's something about it. There's some sort of connection. There's some sort of energetic resonance with me in that book. It feels like it's me. It feels like it's us, me. And then I was watching YouTube, and there was this man. His name is Aaron Apke. This is actually how I really got into Course in Miracles. Now I'm remembering. It took me a while to remember everything, but Aaron Apke on YouTube, look him up. Aaron Apke, amazing brother. So he had a whole playlist of videos that was him talking about the Course in Miracles. He was sharing about the Course and translating the text, making it more simpler words to understand. He was taking sentences from the book and sharing what it meant for him. And it hit me so deep, and it was starting to become simpler to digest it, to take it in. And when I discovered that he exists and that there's support to actually study the book more, I felt more encouraged to open up the book and read it, because I realized I could actually get support from other people to study it and to deeper understand it. I hadn't really thought about that before. So I was sitting one day reading The Course in Miracles at a cafe in Boulder, Colorado, and I felt such deep bliss and being in this Christ love, and I felt such joy. And in that moment, I decided to text or message Aaron Apke and say to him, "Thank you so much, Aaron Apke, for being someone that translates and communicates and shares about the Course in Miracles. This is such a beautiful book. I really appreciate you for doing this, sharing the videos that you do." And I invited him for a cup of tea, actually. Funny enough, he ended up coming to my house, to our house, me and my partner's house, and he brought his beautiful wife with him. Or at the time, I think they were just partners, or boyfriend, girlfriend, but now they're married and they have a baby, I think, or they're gonna have a baby maybe. But they came to our house, and it just felt like such a confirmation from God that, because I could feel in his presence this energy that felt very humble but powerful, deep and potent, and also loving and kind. And I decided to join his 1 year long course, which is we show up daily to read the daily lesson. I decided to invest, to pay money. I paid money to join his 1 year long Living the Course journey, which I'm in now again for the second time. The reason why I felt it was so worth it to join it was because it's truly getting the deeper integration and felt sense, feeling the actual course starting to live inside of me, like being activated. And actually, when I was living in Boulder, Colorado, that's when I started feeling the course for real. I would literally open up the book sometimes and I would read one sentence. That one sentence would send me off on a deep 5-MeO trip or something. I was just like, whoa, this could take me a lifetime to read, because one sentence is so activating. It like sent me off on like this journey of remembering, deeply remembering, and my cells and my DNA remembering, and everything shifting inside of me. So the book has been in my life a long time, coming and going, being there, always in the space where I was, in my family's house. But it's only the last 2 years that I've been more diligently studying it. And my devotion, my intention is to do it daily. And the last 2 weeks, I've fell off the wagon, but I'm also not getting obsessed about that. It's not about forcing, it's not about getting stressed or getting guilty. That's the whole point of the ego. The ego gets off on guilt, and that's what the Course talks about. So even if I don't study it daily, I'm not going to be guilty about that, because then I'm just, in this false self that isn't really me. And yeah, the Course in Miracles came into my life and is more fully and truly in my life now more than ever. Because of also this woman named Hope Johnson, who lives right nearby here, who is a studier of Course in Miracles. She has gatherings where we sit in person and study the Course, and she's been studying it for, I think, over 10 years. She's a beautiful woman, very clear channel for the teachings, and really applying them to her life to undo patterns, to see through patterns, and to liberate herself completely and fully and truly. So the reason why the Course came into my life is because I've always been surrounded by people who have the Course, and it's just been a very, come to me. It's just been a resonance, energetic match of some sort. So now I have the purple edition, and it is a great one. I highly recommend for anyone that wants to study the Course in Miracles to get the purple book. because it has a lot of extra text. And obviously, if you already have the blue book, keep the blue book. It's awesome too. But my favorite is the purple. I got the purple now, and that one I'm probably not going to give away unless I feel deeply called to give it away. Then I'll give it away and I'll just get a new one, because these types of books are definitely fun and beautiful to give away. I recently gave away another copy of the blue one. But yeah, the Course in Miracles is channeled Christ consciousness, channeled, or it's like Jesus energy. And it's not Christian. It is the purity of Christ, not the guilt-tripping, punishment-filled, fear-based teachings or messages that sometimes Christianity could have. It's not that. But it's definitely sometimes using terminology and language that could sound very Christian. And, it uses the words like father, him, brother. It never says daughter or her. But I don't get caught up on words because I know what it actually is saying. I'm not getting caught up on those little things when I actually am choosing to really listen to what are we really saying here, versus get caught up on little nitty picky things that don't even matter anything at all, like fucking no, So that's a little bit of my story about ACIM and my journey with the Course in Miracles. Let me know if you have any questions about anything else. And yeah, thanks for being here. I'll see you guys soon. And I love you. Goodbye. And for me, good night.